Well, I thought in part 4 I'd get all the bearings in the casings, get all the oil seals in, start stripping the frame down, maybe do some work on the forks. Let's get cracking, shall we? So let's get these bearings put in the freezer and then we can get them in the engine casing. Cold shrinks, heat expands. Let's get cracking. All right, let's get these bearings in the casings. I'll put them in the freezer to shrink them. I'm going to blowtorch the casing just a little bit, not too much because I don't want to melt the paint. Here are the old bearings. You can see I had to cut this one out. There's a bit of play in there. Nothing in that one. Bit of play in that one. I think these roller bearings were fairly good, but like I said, I'm going to replace the whole lot. Okay, let's go and get them bearings out the freezer. So there's the bearings directly out the freezer. Been in there for about 2.5 hours. Oh, cold. Right. These two are for the crank. So these are going to go in here. And here. I don't need to measure these because one is bigger than the other. Okay. Get down on the floor and do the rest of this. There, did you hear the change in the ring? That's as it hit the back plate. It's a bit awkward to get my fingers in there, to be honest. Yep, that's home. You listen for the ring as this hits home. It's still standing proud a little bit. I don't think it's fully home. There you go. Did you hear the change in the sound? Voila. Now for the crankcase bearings. Got to get these in the right way because the outer diameter is the same. But as you can see from the inner race, they're different sizes. So let's just double check. Okay. Okay, so this side will be for the generator and this will be for the clutch side. So I think this is the larger. Yeah, because it shrunk, it's not going to go on there, but definitely this one is nowhere near it. Okay, flywheel, flywheel. So that one goes in there, I hope. No, I know. There you go, did you hear the ring? Give it one more, just to be safe. I think that's there. Let's quickly get the other one in before it warms up. Okay, we're going to have to do this on the bench because of this pin. Okay, you heard the change in pitch there. That one's home. Lovely stuff. And flywheel side. Yeah, that slid on there when it was warm, so it'll probably slide on there as it warms up. Let's get these roller bearings in here for the gears. There you go, nice and cold. Chilly roller bearings, and we haven't got to worry about the size because these are identical. Let's get them in now. Put it down on the floor. Bouncy, bouncy. I'm pretty sure it's got to come all the way through because there's an oil seal goes on there. I'm going to take it flush because we can always knock it back a little bit. Tad more. There we go. Yep, it's flush. Okay, actually that doesn't have an oil seal, does it? Because it's inside the clutch casing. Ta-da! Good. Probably get some oil seals in there, couldn't we? Well, I'm not going to strip down anymore in part 3. I'm going to save that for part 4. Right, let's get cracking stripping the rest of the stuff off this frame. Bearing feels a bit worn. In fact, the whole hub in there is quite worn. There's quite a lip on the front here, so it's going to be new hubs for the front. Might as well get new rims and new spokes. So I'm going to have the tyre off of this. There's a bit of meat left on the shoes, but pretty grubby in there, isn't it? So that's going to be replaced. Whoa. Oh, that was definitely unrepairable. I didn't see all that underneath there. There's no way that you're going to clean out and re-chrome it. Right, we'll take that plastic piece off anyway. We've got the new bit for the back. Looks alright. The forks don't feel too bad. It's got a bit of spring, but I can definitely see a bit of leakage there. I'm not sure if this is rust or tape. I think it's rust where it's been rubbing, so I may have to replace the forks. Well, let's get them cleaned up. We'll see what we got. All these stanchions that hold the light, they've seen better days. I don't think they're going to polish up, so I'm going to look for a set of these online. I think the only bit of the bike I'm going to have left at the end, the original, is the frame and the engine. Steering bearing don't feel too bad, no play at all. There's a little bit here, but again, if I'm going to do the whole thing, I'm going to replace them. It's going to look like factory new. That's what we need a special tool to undo that. Ball bearings. Oh no. Let's have the new reflectors fit. There you go, bolt on the back. Well, there's the rectifier. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. So let's get a new one of those. Okay, no longer on the stand. Well, there you have it. Take this back mudguard off and let's start cleaning the frame up. I'm going to reuse that piece. Apart from the centre stand, that is bare and it's grubby. There's a lot of cleaning to be done there. I'm not going to film it all, I'll do a bit of time lapse just to prove it is me doing it. Okay, let's get cracking. Well, I can't do any more as far as reassembling the engine because I'm waiting for the casing bolts. Without them I can't really assemble anything. So there it is, all stripped down to its basics. And the grime. There's a lot of grime on it. Yeah, my alarm clock out there. Okay, I think we'll have a look at the forks first. I've had a delivery of the seals and the covers. I've already had a look at this one and it's split. And I cut it fully open. And it's quite rigid, you can hear. And the new ones are quite rubbery. So yeah, let's open this up. Secondary. I've been using them as my main one. Wonderful. 14, I think. Okay, we've got an Allen key there. Looks like about 7, 8, 9 mil. Got the old oil tray under there, just in case it's got any fluid in there. Probably not by looking at the state of the seals. It's going to be one of these quarter of a turn jobbies. Donut. Okay, well I've got that out as far as I think it's going to go. I don't think it's actually coming further, and this I don't think is attached. Not sure how it works. Let's have a look in the manual and I'll get back to you. Well, I consulted the Bible, and apparently in here there's a stanchion rod. There's nothing holding the other end, so it's going to spin like that. There's two ways of doing this. I think there's a special tool that will go in the end, which I haven't got obviously, or I can put some more pressure on the string and try and undo it with a impact driver. So let's give that a go, shall we? made this tool out of an old Allen key. I say tool, it is an Allen key, but I've cut the end off so I can go in a socket. And we can hopefully impact this off now. Okay, seems to have done it. Not spinning. Excellent stuff. Voila. I'll be honest with you, I did actually take this apart a bit earlier and I lost the video, so that's why there's no oil coming out. But you can see the state of it. It's mixed with the old engine oil, I know. This was pretty clean, but this is very dirty, as you can see down here. Grubby. Anyway, let's get these taken apart. I'll do the other one and we'll see what we've got. Okay, I haven't got an Allen key to fit this hex bolt here, so what I did, I took a 12mm bolt, I flattened the end off just to take the chamfer off from around the end. Put a few nuts on there. And it does the trick. You've got to be careful when taking this out because it's sprung. That'll shoot out across the workshop if I don't hold it back. There we go. Here's your sleeve. Here's your spring. And there's your stanchion rod. There you go, this is a special tool that you need. Some kind of spline tool, which I don't have. So yeah, that was actually spinning against the spring there. So in compressing that spring, we were able to get it off. But if that bolt was in there any tighter or it was seized in with rust, it would have probably kept spinning. I had a look on the internet about doing this and there's very few videos and very little information on this tool. So if you're going to take a set of forks apart, hopefully this will give you a good idea of what you need. I suppose you could use a piece of wood, but if that got stuck then you're in more trouble, aren't you? Okay, let's get taking these oil seals out, shall we? Like I said earlier, I did do this, but I lost the video, so I'm just going to recap on it just to show you. I can't put the seal back in because I've damaged it, but you get the idea. It's a bit cruddy in there, just need a bit of emery cloth. The seal doesn't look too bad, it's a bit hard, so I'm going to replace it anyway. Okay, let's get the other one done and see what we've got. Okay, there's both sets. I've kept them separate because apparently the parts are not interchangeable. I don't know how true that is. But the outer parts here, the aluminium ones, I'm going to re-spray these. These chrome forks, they had it really. This is rust. This has been eaten away and it's been rubbed. I know it's going to be hidden, but these are pretty cheap to buy online, to be honest. Another one there, it's got damage. So I'm probably going to replace the chrome forks. I'll say the springs and everything else seem okay, so just a case of spraying these up. Hello kitty. Well, I'm going to get cracking cleaning some of the frame up, centre stand, swinging arm. A lot of these bits I'm not going to keep, so I'm even trying on getting some new handlebars. They're pretty cheap online. Going to keep this plastic piece for the mudguard, so I'm going to clean that up too. Yeah, it's pretty grimy. It's years and years and years of oil and dirt and grit and grease. Same with the frame here. Maintenance, What's that? Yeah, so got a bit of work to do here. Yucky, yucky, yucky. That is very mucky. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt and grime. Years and years of it in there. I don't know about you, but when I was younger and I had an RXS, I used to take care of it. But there we go. Well, I think you get the gist of it. So I'm going to do the rest of this off camera and I'll come back to you when we're going to clean it out and paint it. That's a lot of crud. And don't worry, the wife's not going to kill me because this is a garage broom. I don't use this in the house. Although it does go missing from time to time. Well, I'm going to wrap that up as part 4 of the RXS build. Sorry I didn't get to do the engine. I was really hoping to do a build on this one, but hopefully we can get to do it in part 5 once all the parts arrive. So, you know, if you did like it, do give me a thumbs up, do leave me a comment. Do check out parts 1, 2 and 3, and I'll see you next time.